Here in Foxborough, all the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Houston Texans. Ready to go now. Stephen Gostkowski for the Patriots as we are off and running in Foxborough. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd is Watson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy able to get him for a loss of about 3.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady. And his first look is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. Being chased out left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Brady. Slant route caught by Edelman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Hey guys, I got
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, partner, let's look ahead to the NFC Championship game while we got a second. Sunday, 3 Eastern, Rams, Saints. What do you think about that matchup?
I'm loving the matchup, and it's right back at the site where they played in the regular season. And the Saints got out to a 21-point lead, and the Rams reeled them in before the Saints won it by 10 down the stretch. Here's where I think the biggest matchup of the game is. Marcus Peters, corner for the Rams, against Michael Thomas, receiver of the Saints. In the last game, Michael Thomas really got over on him, over 200 yards receiving. And the Saints said that was the game plan, to attack Marcus Peters. He vowed it would be different if they met again. Here's his opportunity this Sunday.
Flushed out right. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, it feels like Lamar Miller's been around the NFL forever, but he's still just going to turn 28 in April. This past year, though, 973 rushing yards, good for 12th in the league.
And you know that he's capable of being a 1,000-yard runner.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Lawrence Guy. In there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Do jet! Do jet! Come back! Come back!
Now Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The New England Patriots, they continued their Foxborough dominance last week with a win over L.A. Only team in the NFL to finish the regular season 8-0. Now they're 9-0 with that win over the Chargers, heading to the AFC title game for the 8th straight year.
An NFL record, and it's unfortunate that they have to go on the road now because they'd be the overwhelming favorite with that home record. But how about 10 straight AFC East titles, 8 straight times in the AFC Championship game? Their dominance has been so impressive, and you wonder what keeps driving them. They've actually found a way to feel like underdogs throughout this. What did Tom Brady say after the Chargers game? Yeah, everyone thinks we're not very good. Okay, well, just keep playing.
Yeah, I guess you have to seek motivation somewhere, so now they're going to try to play the underdog role. Now this time, Brady will throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. J.J. Watt coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Oh, this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Well, as they take the field here for the next drive, let's talk about the AFC Championship game. How excited are you for Mahomes and Brady, Chiefs and Patriots?
I'm very excited because, remember, this is a rematch game just like in the NFC where they played in the regular season, but this time the site is different. Regular season, they were in Foxborough, and Tom Brady and the Patriots won late against Kansas City. But how about this? The first quarterback to have a 50-touchdown season, Tom Brady, he's taking on the latest to do so in Patrick Mahomes.
And you've also got the likely MVP in Mahomes against arguably the greatest to do it all time. The storylines here just at the quarterback position are limitless.
Yeah, and remember we said they met in the regular season. It was 43-40, the win for the Patriots in Foxborough. But Kansas City walked out of there vowing revenge.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the 50, it's Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Third and long, it's Watson. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Houston. Demaryius Thomas, 50 yards. And the Texans are in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a 1st down. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Now Brady. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They find some open field here. 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Josh Gordon, 50 yards. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. The point after try for Gostkowski.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Well, the Houston Texans, as they come onto the field, obviously their offseason hit a little earlier than they wanted in January, making it to the playoffs, losing to Indianapolis. It was the first time that 2 AFC South teams had actually met in the playoffs when they squared off with the Colts.
And think about how the 2 of them began the year. Houston began 0-3. The Colts began 1-5. Yet they both finished so hot. The Colts down the stretch, 9-1 in their last 10. Houston 8-2, and end up meeting in the playoffs. And both of them ended up winning on the other team's home field. The Colts did it twice. Houston did it once.
But as you said, under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Lawrence Guy in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson steps away to his left. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Throwing right side, that's complete to Demarius Thomas. A gain of 6 there on 1st. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he stopped immediately there. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Another the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Reset.
Watson on first down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Waiting now on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. The final shot before half for Brady. On the crossing route, complete. That's Gordon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 49 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Gets it to Gordon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Spins by. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Wait, 20, 380, second.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? To throw, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. J.J. Watt getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. So now on fourth down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Back to throw, Watson, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 27. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Yo.
Pass the 25 to the 26-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Watson on third down. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Reset. Tiger. Richmond.
Watson now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Watson sliding out of it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lawrence Guy. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. And pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Keep it, boys! Wait! Wait!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Shakes off the sack. Dancing to his left. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
Ohio! Ohio!
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now this time, Brady will throw. Forced out to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And the Texans set to come onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Letting one go deep for his running back, White. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now Brady. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. Brady now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know what the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on. Get it done. And maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Uses the spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Buying time to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On 1st and 10, Watson. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. But he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans cut into that lead. Watson looks to throw again. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Patriots are going to recover, and that should just about assure victory. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
On the positive side, it did pick up a first down, and it was a decent gain. But from the defense's perspective, they're pretty happy it didn't break big. And when that happens, offense is now showing its hand. They've shown us that play. Maybe we can hold them the rest of the game.
Brady going to throw here. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Gronkowski, 33 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Gronkowski with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Gronkowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those